Dalton was just about to leave for the evening when Veronica turned to him. Dalton? Yes. What is it, Veronica? Would you like to spend the night here? Sure. That'd be wonderful. Where can I sleep? With me in my bed. Seriously? Sure. Come with me. It's just around the corner at the end of the hallway. Mike and Veronica, come to the end of the hallway where Veronica's bedroom is. This is a beautiful bedroom, Veronica. I notice you have a telescope. Can I have a look? Sure. Take a look through it. Mike looks through the telescope and sees a beautiful array of planets and constellations on that warm evening in early June. Do you see that planet to the west of Orion? I can see it. Which planet is it? That's planet Jondaku. It is? How do you know? I'm so nice. Planet Jondaku, though many light years away, emits a brilliant light, enabling it to be seen by the naked human eye here on Earth. When this occurs, if you are staring right at the planet, you receive alien messages transmitted to your mind through a kind of transom that connects material reality to non-material reality in the field of thought forms. Are they in the form of words? No, it's pure thought. You receive thoughts from aliens on planet Jondaku in a kind of esoteric field where your thoughts can be sent to the aliens. That's fascinating. Is there any alien in particular that you are getting to know? There's a male alien named Kando and a female alien named Isidorex I've become acquainted with. They're in a lover's dispute. Turn around and looking back at you, Veronica. Veronica turns around and sees Kando and Isidorex in back of him. They have apparently teleported to the Earth and are standing there in Veronica's bedroom. Greetings, Earthlings. Hi. Wow. How did you get here so quickly? We teleported from planet Jondaku. Nice bedroom. Thanks, Kando. Would you aliens like a drink or something? No, we have to get going. Kando and Isidorex teleported back to planet Jondaku. Wow. So now you met Kando and Isidorex. Yeah, that was very interesting. You should be with me, Veronica. We'll talk about it. Dalton and Veronica had a wonderful evening. Dalton sees Veronica in the parking lot after school. They start talking to each other. Meanwhile, in the Dreamwell Theater, Dalton and Veronica from Heathers 2 are talking to each other in the realm where parallel narrative is taking place. Do you want to get some popcorn? Sure, Veronica and Dalton come back to the realm, from the realm where the parallel narrative takes place, and go to the concession stand for popcorn. They start eating their popcorn and having a conversation. This is fascinating. We were watching our younger selves in a parallel narrative. Tathers. It's amazing to see scenes that took place that were not included in the movie. Yeah, people who are fans of Heathers should see Parallel Narrative to get the whole story. The real story of Heathers is really the original movie, along with the parallel narrative. Delton and Veronica went back into the theater to watch the rest of Parallel Narrative. They come out of the Dreamlove Theater to a beautiful moonlit evening and were greeted by Kando and Isidorix. It's nice to see you. Hi. It's nice to see you, Kando and Isidorix. Are you getting along? Our romance is blossoming. Can we come to your lake house? That's not very polite, Kando. You don't just invite yourself to my lake house. Why not? Because it's not proper etiquette? You're supposed to wait for the person to invite you. If they do invite you, then you graciously accept their invitation. We're coming to your lake house. What? You are not coming to my lake house. You have not been invited. We are coming to your lake house. Stay out of it, Isidorix. You and Kando are not coming to my lake house. Either Kando and I come to your lake house, or you are going to be teleported to planet Chanticue. You can't teleport us to planet Chanticue, Kando. Watch me. Kando and Isidorix got on the spaceship and traveled back to planet Chanticue. You don't really think Kando can teleport us back to planet Chanticue, do you? Let's hope not. I don't want to go live with a bunch of aliens. Let's go to your lake house. Sure. Dalton and Veronica went back to Veronica's lake house. They had a wonderful evening. They got up the next morning and went for a walk along Lake Serenity. It was a breezy and warm morning in late June, and there was a brightness to the day that lent itself to an eternal optimism. This place is beautiful, Veronica. I would really love to see you purchase your lake house. Believe me, I want to. I can afford it. If I moved in with you, you can afford it. That would be nice. You have to be faithful to me if you want to keep me. I have been faithful to you, Veronica. I've had lustful thoughts about other women, but I didn't actually cheat on you. Commitment is predicated on a total devotion to your lover, in thoughts and actions. Sexual activity is an empty physical experience when it is not connected to true love. I agree with you wholeheartedly, Veronica. I know I joked around about it in the past, but I believe in commitment, and sex is a beautiful expression of the consummation of love. That's the right thing to say. Think of the wonderful new memories we could form if I was to move in with you. A house is only an object constructed out of wood and other materials until it is illuminated by the souls of lovers so deeply in love that their love is an essence of beauty that brings a transcendence to the hearts and minds of human beings and tranquility to places. I agree. Do you want to go back to your lake house for lunch? Sure. Dalton and Veronica went back to the lake house to find JD leaning against his black Corvette with his arms crossed and a jealous look on his face. Good morning, you lovers. Fancy seeing you here. Fancy seeing us here? What the fuck are you doing here, JD? Nobody invited you to Veronica's lake house. I don't need an invitation. You see, my dad's construction company built this beautiful house. Veronica has been defaulting on rental payments. Unless she pays the rent, she's out of here. The rent is in the mail. Now get the fuck out of here. I call the police. Why'd you leave me for the science nerd, Veronica? He's not a nerd. He's a cool person who's a brilliant scientist. Whatever, Veronica. With that, JD, looking extremely sad and dejected, cruises off back home in his Corvette. Let's have some lunch. Sure. Dalton and Veronica talked into the afternoon and had a wonderful evening. Dalton and Veronica got up the next morning and walked the Lake Serenity. It was a cloudy, unseasonably cool morning for midsummer with an almost autumnal chill in the air. That JD has really turned out to be a bastard, hasn't he? Yeah, the situation is not good. I have this beautiful lake house that I can only keep if I make rental payments to that son of a bitch. Maybe you should look into another lake house on some other lake. I don't like the idea of you here. Not when dad's construction company is involved. I agree with that. I don't like dealing with JD and his dad's construction company either as a renter of this house, especially considering the fact that JD is bitter about me living here. It's like he has this pathetic jealousy whenever he sees me with you. What is it that keeps you here despite such unnerving circumstances? It's the house itself. I feel great in this house. This house seems to communicate with me on a subliminal level, giving me a sense of eternal pleasure and security as it illuminates my soul with the knowledge of the truth of limitless beauty as I wander through labyrinthine realms of indescribable transcendence. Really? You feel all that inside of this house? I was just looking outside the window the other day and saw a bum eating scraps of food out of your garbage can. Okay. This place gives me a feeling of being eternally disgusted by the utter depravity of a humanity that, despite having evolved socially, economically, technologically, and intellectually, still is in a disordered state. Oh, the guy who eats my garbage? He's a friend of mine. He's a friend of yours. The guy who eats you scraps of food out of your garbage. Yes, he is. First of all, why would you befriend a bum who eats your garbage? He's not a bum. Come again? He's not a bum. He most certainly is not a bum. I always thought that if you ate garbage out of garbage cans, that would seem to imply that you were a bum. Here's the difference. He eats my garbage because he likes it. He's actually a multimillionaire with a strange fascination with garbage. He's a part of a secret society of garbage-eating millionaires, unbeknownst to most people except for me and now you, who are on a quest to find a perfect meal that they harvested from people's garbage. They compare results with each other and hold discussions about the nuances and subtleties of the garbage that they are eating. As a matter of fact, there's a cable television station. It's like closed-circuit TV. That is only available to them, where they have a weekly show about the different homes they ate garbage at. They tape episodes and have discussions about trash cuisine. In a similar way to the show Check Please. That's really bizarre. How about it? What's the guy's name who eats your garbage? I don't know. I was just kidding. I didn't know that you saw somebody eating my garbage. Really? You saw somebody eating my garbage. Yes, I did, Veronica. I think you should move. Okay, so that was a bizarre incident that you happened to see. Okay. Assuming that is the exception and not the rule, I want to keep my lake house. I know it is a beautiful place. When I walk along the lake with you, my soul is transported to a plane of existence whereupon I feel the numinous glow of my self awareness and a place of otherworldly pleasures. They can only be felt by the union of souls, the union of the souls of lovers who have found each other on this fleeting temporal plane of existence in a society of people, many of whom inhabit mortal physical forms, animated by souls that are dead to the sublime and transcendent feelings of an alive soul. I feel that way when I'm with you, too. These pleasures that I feel are not strictly physical pleasures derived from a mortal physical form, but the transcendent pleasures of a soul that has found its soulmate and is enlightened by the awareness of the existence of higher levels of reality beyond this illusory plane of existence. Yeah, I agree. Awesome. Would you like to take a walk by the lake? Sure. That would be wonderful. Let's go. Dalton and Veronica took a walk along Lake Serenity. They went back to Veronica's lake house and proceeded to have a wonderful evening. Dalton and Veronica got up the next morning and took a walk to Lake Serenity. What a beautiful afternoon it is, isn't it? It is. The warm summer breeze massages my skin as I look upon the placid waters of Lake Serenity, finding meaning and significance in nature, and love and destiny in the cosmos. Would you like to take a walk around town? Sure. Dalton and Veronica drove into town. Look, Dalton, they're showing the original Heathers as a matinee in the Dreamlove Theater. Look, it's an enhanced version of the movie. It's titled Heathers, Seen by the Eyes of Love. They walk up to the ticket booth to purchase their tickets. They find Mike Meyer at the ticket booth. That's correct. The movie is titled Heathers, Seen by the Eyes of Love, because it is a film containing not only the movie, but the movie being watched by me at home. On the movie screen, you see the movie itself and me, Mike Meyer, at home watching the movie and a rented video on my television. You see the expressions on my face that convey the emotions that I felt during each scene of the movie. When you look into my eyes during a particular scene, my emotions and my notions related to that scene can be gleaned by observation. The exact moment that I fell in love with Winona Ryder watching Heathers on video at home can be seen in my eyes. So you are not only seeing the movie, but you are watching me watching the movie and getting a sense of the emotions that the movie inspired me and how my love for Winona Ryder was brought to life by the movie. Give us 2 tickets for it. Sure. Dalton and Veronica are sitting in the movie theater in a love embrace, watching Heather, Seen by the Eyes of Love. They can clearly see the moment that Mike Meyer fell in love with Winona Ryder by the look on his face as he's watching the movie. It seems to be such a transcendent moment for him that he has A new perspective on life and the sublime beauty of merely being alive as a human being is given the profound meaning and significance that is bestowed upon immortal human beings. They walk out of the movie theater into a beautiful moonlit evening. All of a sudden, as I am writing Heather's 2 at home in Park Ridge, Illinois, I look out the window and see Winona Ryder in a baby blue Porsche in front of my townhouse. She's looking at me through the window and she's honking. I run out of the townhouse to greet her. Winona, is that you? Winona Ryder? It sure is. Winona Ryder in the flesh. This is amazing. I was just inside my townhouse writing a scene for Heather's 2 when I saw you outside in your car. By the way, that's exactly the car for my script for Heather's 2. That's the baby blue Porsche with brown leather interior, exactly as I imagined it for you for my story. I know, I've been driving it around in Heather's 2. You've been driving it around in Heather's 2? Yeah, your writing is so powerful that I've been projected into the realm where Heather's 2 exists. There, I met the character that I put in the archetypal existence, Veronica Sawyer. I'm driving her car. I drove it out of that realm and into reality. You feel like going for a ride? Sure. But this is Veronica Sawyer's car. If she finds out that I have it, she'll be angry. Why don't you just drive it for a while and then bring it back? Sure. Do you want to drive to Petaluma, California? The town where I grew up. Sure, let's go. Mike gets in the car and they go on to Route 66 out to California. I love this car. The brown leather seating is so comfortable and the sound system of the car is so good. I'm so excited to see your town where you grew up. Thanks. I've been wandering on the realm where Heather's 2 takes place. I like what you have been writing. I've been looking forward to seeing what comes next. Yeah, I've been writing this script for years. It's really a continuing saga, the film. I enjoy writing it so much, I don't want to bring it to a conclusion. So it's like, I never want to bring this story to an end. It's like, keeps going. It's like, I've been writing this story for years and I don't want to I don't want it to end. It's like the story that has been going on for years and it hasn't come to a conclusion yet. Anyways, well, if we make the film, we can edit a lot of it, keeping in the best parts and working them into a narrative. The parts that don't make it to the film can still exist as an extension to the movie. That's exactly what I was thinking. It's so nice to be cruising along Route 66 with you. I can't wait to show you the town where I grew up. I can't wait to see it. They continue to drive along Route 66, seeing many. Is it route or route? I like to pronounce it route. Let's pronounce it route. Route 66. Okay. Seeing many sights in mid America, such as small towns and farms. They finally get to California. They take the long drive to Northern California to Petaluma. They're driving through Petaluma. This is such a charming town. The people look so pleasant. There are such nice looking stores and houses here. It was a great town to grow up in. I did have some problems with some of the other students in high school, jerks. So I was homeschooled. I went on to the American Conservatory Theater, known as ACT, ACT, where I acquired a love for acting. And met people of my own kind who are also very artistic and loved acting. I've read all about that and much more. It infuriates me to hear that you were bullied at Petaluma High School. You're a beautiful goddess, Winona. I've gotten over it. Let's not talk about that now. I want to help you get back at them. Don't worry about it for now. All of a sudden, they see Veronica Sawyer from Heather's 2 walking along a sidewalk in Petaluma. Look, it's Veronica Sawyer from Heather's 2. I see her. Veronica Sawyer walks up to the car. Oh, there you are. I was wondering where my car was. I'm so sorry, Veronica. I just wanted to borrow it to show Mike the town I grew up in. Give it back, Winona. Can I have it for a few more days, Veronica? Mike and I are having so much fun with it. No, Winona, give it back. I want my car back. Please. I want it for a few more days. Give it back. With that, Winona ignores Veronica and drives off at a frantic pace with Mike out of town and heads for Los Angeles. We better get the fuck out of here. Yeah, Veronica Sawyer hails a cab and asks the crazy cab driver to chase after Mike and Winona, which he does. This is fucking wild. We are being chased by Veronica Sawyer. Mike Meyer and Winona Ryder are being chased in Veronica Sawyer's car from the realm where Heather's 2 takes place here in reality by Veronica Sawyer in a taxi. It sure is. Can you write Veronica Sawyer back in the realm where Heather's 2 takes place? Yeah, but isn't it kind of fun being chased by her? Yeah, let's let it go on for a while. I think we ditched her. Oh, here we are in Los Angeles. Do you want to take a walk around and enjoy the town? Sure. They got out of the car and walked around. They had a wonderful day.